Welcome. I am super excited to be talking with Grant today. Grant just joined our team, and we will be talking about all the things, including how do you get monthly reoccurring income from your own tribe using a very simple Chrome extension. And this is for you if you are a coach, if you are a person who is thinking about getting into software. And so let me know where you're tuning in from, what state you're tuning in from, and what's your goal for 2021, the end of the last half of 2021. Okay, so let me see if I can, I'm gonna share with you this link and maybe you can like share it to, I'll just send it to you in your chat. I think you can share that. I don't know for sure because I don't know.
All right, we'll take a peek. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm excited to be here with you today. And I know people probably are used to you interviewing others in these groups, but my big intention today is to try and coax you into pulling back the curtain and spilling some of your own secrets. Because when you were starting to give me an inside look at how you've got things set up here in your business, frankly, I was pretty surprised. There's not a lot of people that have the degree of mastery that you do around group monetization. And I feel like it almost slides under the radar compared to a lot of people out there who promote themselves as Facebook group experts. I don't know anyone else that has developed their own softwares to the degree that you're able to monetize so many different income verticals in your business in a seamless way. And so I'm hoping you're willing to share a couple secrets today. I know you're reserving a lot of the good stuff for the live event that we've got going on in August, which I am personally extremely excited for. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, of course. I've also prepared some slides as well. And just to give like a quick look about what's possible, because I feel like a lot of times people need to really just see some proof or like really get a deeper understanding. Just because the world of simple software can sound scary for a lot of people, even though I put the word simple in front of software, software scares a lot of people off. So if software scares you, let me know. And I'll just do a very quick breakdown of just like what is composing of the monthly amount coming in from simple software and what you can do to really take off and really have that reoccurring income coming in into your world, so you don't have to hunt all the time every single month, or worse, have to start over at $0 every single month and feeling like you have to really struggle to survive. Hey, Cecilia. Yes. All right.
Yeah, you make a really good point there that I want to hammer home, because I've had the blessing as a sales rep and sales manager to be on the inside of a lot of some of the bigger businesses in the online business development space. And it's shocking for most people when they just look at the numbers from the outside, right? And they see 100, 500, $1 million a month, to realize how many of these businesses are constantly stressed, basically chasing their tails, starting over and over again each month at zero, because they don't have dependable reoccurring revenue that can pay their staff, pay for their systems, pay for their overhead. And it becomes a really stressful thing to run. And while you might look at some of these businesses and get turned on a bit by these huge numbers, what you don't get to see is the CEO, the founder, the sales reps, the sales managers, literally freaking out on the first of each month, like, oh shit, we've got 60 grand of operating expenses that we've got to cover this month, which means in order to even break even, we've got to sign on 10, 15, 20 new clients just to break even, let alone be profitable. But what you've been able to create for yourself is a ecosystem that continues to feed back into itself. And it's really, really impressive. And if you've been following Kim for any period of time whatsoever, and you haven't already considered coming to the live event where she's quite literally walking you through step by step, setting up the same ecosystem in your business, I would highly suggest that you reconsider. I don't know how many of these you plan on doing, Kim, but You don't want to miss out on this one. You
Yeah.
don't want to miss out on this one.
Don't miss out. All right, so I am gonna dive right on into it. I prepared a few slides. It's not so many, it's very little, just to give you a quick overview of like the things that are possible. So let me share with you my screen. All right, let me know if you see the, yes, you see that. All right, cool. So just to let you guys know that, you know, the income coming in is real. I'll show you really quickly, not PayPal. We have a bunch of PayPal subscribers too, but just super quick on Stripe. This is $91,000 and that's $85,000. And that is just like one avenue of our resources, one stream. There's PayPal, there's other Stripe accounts, and I just want to show you real quick, but I'm gonna dive right on into why and how this is possible on a simple Chrome extension. And if some of you guys are just diving into my world and not really knowing, it really all started with this website. Very simple, still kind of very simple, not any kind of complicated thing, just one call to action, one testimonial at the top, and some pricing plans over here, and some more testimonials. But honestly, that's it. It's not like a complicated structure. There's no blogging, there's no biography. It's very funny because sometimes I get the request of, hey, can I learn more about Kim? And I'm like, just go into my software landing pages. You don't need to go to kimcdang.com. Kimcdang.com leads to a very even more simpler booking site, and everything is really based on simplicity. So with that said, I'm gonna dive into how to increase your monthly reoccurring income by enrolling high ticket from a Chrome extension, as well as the low ticket. So this is just a very brief breakdown. What you can earn from having your own little Chrome extension business that you don't even need to know how to code, that can be set up with a few $100s. I started off my first, now we own 8 Chrome extension, but our first one started off at, it cost us $380, and all the other Chrome extensions cost around $150 and $300 and $500 just to start, one-time cost. So
wait, so you're telling me that when you were actually getting this started, you didn't even have $1,000 investment into being able to get these off the ground and running?
Correct. Yep.
Who else is blown away? I actually didn't know that. I figured, you know, if you were being conservative, maybe 5, 10, 15 grand, because I'm connected with a lot of app developers, for example, that charge 30 grand and up just to build that software without the ability to have it create reoccurring revenue. So a couple $100 to get your foot in the door for something that's created this amount of wealth for you, kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. And the prices that you're hearing, probably it's with support and it's with funnel builds and with everything else too. Mm-hmm. This is just for the code. So yeah, if you add like funnel building, you add all the other things, it could go up all the way up to the thousands of dollars. So I'm not saying that they're being ripped off. I'm saying that definitely it can be higher, but on the very small, simple part of just the code itself, a couple $100s to start. And that's what my students and clients are going through right now when they're creating, when I'm directing them to have their own Chrome extension created. So to break it down, 40% will be direct to consumer, which is directly like $10 a month, $97 a month. Some of my clients charge $97 just for one license, which is I'm a business and I sell it to you as a consumer. You're a consumer. You can be a business too. So it could be direct from business to business or business to consumer, but just one license. And then 25% is based upon partnerships, which is more than one license and doing more than one copy. When I say license, I mean a copy of a screen name and a password, just more of that for your organization. And 35% will be because you bundle up your Chrome extension with a higher ticket program that includes education. So just a quick breakdown.
Real quick,
Yeah,
is this,
go ahead.
are those percentages based on your own business specifically, or are these like averages that your clients end up seeing their streams of revenue go through?
Our business specifically, not average. Average, most people don't do this or that. They just do this.
So
And
it's safe
that's
to say
it.
they're leaving a ton of money on the table then if they miss those other 2/3 of the equation.
Yeah, most of them just do this, and and this can earn quite a bit. This can earn up to $100,000 a month, just this by itself. And if they want to add more, then it could be more. But like, just when you do the math, 97, let's say you charge everyone $97 to have one license to your extension, then 1,000 people is $97,000 a month. And getting to 1,000 people won't take a lot of time if you just break down how many days in a year divided by how many months there are. You don't really need to have that many customers to hit that amount in a year. Or let's say it takes you 2 years to hit $100,000 a month. That's still an insane amount compared to how people are earning now and what's the average of what
Yeah,
they're
because it's reoccurring. Like
Yeah.
I think that you obviously have the benefit of living in your own shoes and knowing what's possible, and it's just your normal now. But I think a lot of people don't realize there's a massive difference in workload and overall life satisfaction between like working really hard to hit $100,000 month over month over month versus building something up that self-maintains at that level, whether you get out of bed or not. That's huge.
Yeah. And so just to break it down, direct to consumer can be $10 a month, $17 a month, $197 one time, $197 yearly. Just a very simple one. And high ticket clients from your Chrome extension is the flow of $10 a month all the way to members paying you $12,000 for the year, which breaks down to $1,000 a month. So that is one way that we have the reoccurring income for the year. There's also partnership plans, which is more licenses, more copies to the same exact thing. So we have 8 Chrome extensions now, and we have partnership plans for all 8 separately. And just for GroupConvert alone, I have partners paying me $297 a month, $127 a month, $97 a month for unlimited 25 licenses. This is the GroupConvert one only, and $97. And because we own so many extensions now, we have extensions that clone ClickFunnels pages that people buy the partnership plan for. We have extensions that lets people run 5-day challenges. We have extensions that lets them pull links from their Google Sheet. We have an extension that lets them hack ads. A bunch of extensions that every single industry, they just want more licenses of so that they could give it away as a high value bonus to whatever they're doing, or include it as part of, well, actually, this is the same thing. Include it as part of their course or as part of their high ticket program. That including software is such a differentiator for their program. Another one.
I want to speak to that real quick too, because I know a lot of people in my audience got into contact with me from different interviews and stuff that I did where I was breaking down how my team and I actually did over $1.2 million in sales in a weekend at a live event. And I actually want to give you a personal thank you right now, because GroupConvert, that one simple software right there that you built, just one of your income verticals, was an integral part of us being able to do that. Because one, about 50% of the people in that live event actually were paying clients of ours at the time. And one of the big selling points of that program was that they got GroupConvert for free because we were teaching group growth and monetization at the time, right? And that was a huge selling point. And number two, if we didn't have that software in play in our own business at the time, we wouldn't have had the leads list that we were able to curate on demand on autopilot, which was the list that we called on to sell those tickets in the first place. So that simple software was actually in a huge way responsible for us being able to create that result in our business. So thank you. And I'll try and stop interrupting you. I'm just too excited for what's possible with this.
Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, I was at that event and I witnessed doing over $1 million in a weekend. It was amazing. And a lot of people there knew GroupConvert, but they don't know me, which is the great thing about software too. You don't have to be the face all the time, and the income still comes in. A lot of people know what GroupConvert is, but they don't know Kim Dang, and they eventually know Kim Dang through GroupConvert. The person that ran the event, he still, even though he sold the business, he's still my client to this day. So they're still paying every single month for me being part of the picture. So it's really, really cool because you develop this long-term relationship with these amazing individuals who've built up their own tribe. So yeah. And then another layer to this is that you can provide different combinations of partnership plans. So in the dashboard, in my partnership dashboard, I actually have GroupConvert partners here that they can go and they add users. But there's also 4 other extensions, and I sometimes sell a bundle. I'm like, okay, you can get GroupConvert, a tool, and this one. You can get 3 of this for X amount a month. And I have partners paying anywhere from $127 to $297, from $500 to $1,000, just for more licenses of the same thing. So it's not so much more taxing on our overhead, but it enables us to, if you think about it, if you run a Facebook ad, that means that you are paying for every single customer, for every single click and watch. If you have a partner, if you have an influencer person, and that person spreads your brand for you, they spend their own marketing, they spend their own money, and they are telling your name for you, then that is a better scenario. At the same time, they're paying you every single month. So
let me break it down into like layman's terms.
Yeah.
There's 2 routes you can go. Well, actually 3. You can hustle one-to-one manpower to generate leads. It's technically free, but you got to ask yourself, what's your time worth? 2, you could leverage time, so that's leveraging your own time and effort. 2, you could leverage money. You can pay for your leads with ads, which is what a lot of the quote unquote smarter people do. But if you ask me, there's pretty much nothing smarter than having your leads pay you to become leads. And that's what Kim's created, is a system where her leads pay to become leads rather than her having to pay for them. I want to make sure that sinks in. Drop down in the comments below, mind-blowing, if you haven't thought about things this way, because you've got one of 3 paths. And I'm not here to tell you which one you should go down, but use your critical thinking skills. What would make the most sense for your profit margins? To hustle with your own time and energy, to pay for leads, or to have your leads pay you to become leads? What do you think?
Yeah, let me know. Leads pay me to become leads. And the leads that generates from those partners are super, super high qualified leads, because they are creating the ecosystem around the trust being built on what they're teaching. So if they're teaching Facebook group growth, if they're teaching how to monetize organically online, and then they pair up one of my extensions to their plan, which is the GroupConvert one, it just makes total sense, because they are already, once they adopt that software, they're like, yes, I'm already trying to do this, and this will help me do it much quicker. So so much trust is created from that partnership. So the leads are even way more high qualified than a random person clicking on a Facebook ad that they're like, well, what's this? So it's really cool to have different combinations of partnership plans in order to increase your MRR. And this is the flow of the high ticket clients from Chrome extension flow. And it is people going into the thank you page, to the done for you install, to the support call, to the closing call. And based on that, we've had the upgrade page sit in a thank you. And the upgrade page would say, hey, what do you want? Do you want, the done for you plan? Do you want all these other upgrades? And then what ends up happening is in the order confirmed page, We have a install the extension yourself or done for you install upgrade. People opt into the install upgrade, which sends them into a calendar that says, here's a GroupConvert success call, and the game-changing support you deserve. In the success call, we go and some of our team members and myself have jumped into the back end of a success call, which is our tech lead, Michael. He's installing the extension for someone who needs help. These calls happen every single day, every single week. And just for fun, as an experiment, I started jumping into the tail end of these calls and saying, hey, I witnessed that, and this is a real client exchange here. Christopher Blakeman had a Facebook group of 9,000 members that he wasn't doing anything about it. He got GroupConvert to just get emails from the Facebook group with the intention of maybe doing something about it because he just sold a business and now he has time to do something. He wasn't a coach before or anything like that. I jumped onto the back end and I was like, hey, Christopher, you're sitting on a pot of gold. This is what we can do. This is the next step. And as you can see, I wrote, hey, Christopher, this is Kim. I just jumped in. And then a month later, he made $40,000 from his Facebook group, inviting his people into a smaller Facebook group. And yeah, and this is what he had to, well, I don't know if it's going to play. Let's see.
I've got to hear this. I hope the audio works because that's insane.
Story about Kim Gang and GroupConvert Ignite. I had a weird, like, niche closed Facebook group that I didn't really know what to do with from a previous business that I had. And I found out about Kim Gang's program, GroupConvert Ignite, because I was using her software product to scrape emails out of the group. That was it's called GroupConvert. It's a Chrome extension, and it works great, by the way, too. That works great. And you know, I didn't know what to do with that group. I was trying to monetize it. I knew I needed to pull a list out of it to monetize it. But what happened is Kim got on the support call with me for her software, and we had a conversation about the group. And I mentioned to her like what the size of the group was, and she told me what the fee was for her program, and what people were doing with like numbers like 200 or 300 people in their group. I had a lot more than that. And so I was like, all right, you know, like she seemed legit. She seemed like a trustworthy person. And she had really good testimonials in her software work. The software that her company developed worked, like it actually did what it was supposed to, which was a big reason why I made the decision. And it was a business decision. You know, I weighed those things, but ultimately at the end of the day, it was pretty obvious that Kim had the tools and the means to monetize my asset. And the cool thing about Kim, you guys, that I'll tell you right now when it comes to business, is she didn't want a piece of the action. She wanted a flat fee, you guys. So phenomenal. I mean, like, because she knew what my numbers were. I told her how many people were in the group. She told me what she was like very confident I could do, and she didn't ask for a percentage. Okay, so like she just asked for a flat fee. So I gave her my Amex card on the call, like right there. I was like, okay, time to go. Because in my experience, you guys, when you see an opportunity and you jump, like even if you miss like 3 of those, like even if like, let's say you make like 3 of those opportunities out of like whatever, 7 of them or whatever, the one opportunity makes up for like the 100 that you fail on. So every time, right, with something like that, where it's like your intuition is like, it's time to go, time to do it, the numbers match up. So I took the jump, signed up, and because Kim didn't want a piece of the action, super nice person, very trustworthy. And sure enough, like her and her coaching team had strategies and methods that were proven to work on a very lean system too. So over the last week, it did take like a month to ramp up and get things going, a little over a month. But the last week has been insane. I've been pretty much trying to manage a launch by myself. So I've been sleeping like 4 hours a night, which is why I look tired. But it's working really well. And now I'm a business consultant, which is crazy. Like I never realized how much I love teaching business until Kim's program. And now I'm helping 10 small business owners with their business, predicated on my background, my education, buying, selling businesses, scaling 7-figure businesses. And, until I had the opportunity to realize how much I loved helping other people with their business. And so thank you, Kim. Thank you to the program. If you guys are watching this and you've got a closed group, listen, if you've got a closed group and you're watching this and you haven't monetized it yet, or you haven't pulled that list out of there, man, you got to talk to Kim and you got to pay her what she charges for her program. It's a 12-month program, you guys. I recouped my investment, I paid my coaches, and I put 5 figures in my bank account in the first month. And I rolled up people into continuity programs and my affiliate marketing tools that I started like when I did my launch. So real results, real numbers, really honest people, really moral people, like working with Kim, somebody you can trust that's not going to try and just take a piece of the action, right, on a contract. So, yeah, if you're like on the fence or you're even thinking about joining GroupConvert Ignite and you got a decent closed Facebook group, or you've got a really good niche market and you want to start a closed Facebook group and then monetize it, she's going to help you do it. So put that on a credit card.
All right.
Put it on a credit card, get the points,
Okay.
pay it off.
He's crazy with that, but this is the actual numbers.
I signed up like 30 people into my email marketing affiliate program, plus another 15 people into a send out cards affiliate program that I started like the day of the launch or something. My first day of being an affiliate, I got like 15 people just by teaching, right, in the program. So it works for sure, and the numbers don't lie.
All right.
That is incredible.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Well, I just want to take this quick second to, make it clear. Clearly, you have coaching programs that over the course of 6 months to a year, for example, you can help people create these same type of results time and time again. But that might not be for everyone. Right? Some people are just like, you know what? I just want to get a launch done. I know I have a great idea. I need to be able to get it done. I've been really busy. I've been putting it off. I'm not quite sure how to bring my idea to fruition, or they've started and their passion's a little bit lower. And that's who I think this event that you're running is going to be perfect for. And I don't know if you've shared a whole lot of the dirty details around this. And I know there's only a few tickets left, so we don't want to over promote this. It's really just for people that are hungry to get in, have hands-on support from your staff to be able to launch really quickly and monetize their audience, albeit even if it's not all that big.
Yeah.
So if you have any part of you, and I'm not asking for you to be fully committed right now because clearly you don't have all the information that you probably need to make this decision. But if there's any part of you that thinks, you know what, I would love to experience what it's like to work with someone like Kim and her staff that's created these results in a hands-on setting over the course of a weekend in, let's face it, it's freaking paradise, this mansion you booked in Vegas. Just drop 1 in the chat below, and one of Kim's team members will reach out, have a no-pressure conversation with you to see if the event might even make sense for you. Again, I'm not throwing this out there to say, you know what, you need to be fully committed right now to joining us or don't waste the time. No. If there's any part of you that thinks, you know what, this might be for me, then just drop 1 in the chat, and someone from her team, which I've met all of them, they're great humans. Trust me, whether you end up working with Kim one-to-one in a group setting or at all, it would 100% be worth it to have the conversation. So just 1 in the chat if you think you've got some potential that you aren't fully capitalizing on yet. And again, I want to stop interrupting you because I know you've got a great presentation for today, Kim, but I just had to throw it out there because there are some people that will miss this opportunity and they will regret it. And I don't want that to happen because frankly, the discomfort of transformation fades a lot faster than the pain of regret when you miss out on opportunities that might have been for you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what these type of results come from a month of working in a group setting with us. How would it fast track you if you actually spend 3 whole days face to face? It will be able to collapse time for you, and a lot of the information that we are doing workshop style, it's implementation and workshop style, is reserved for our clients. So we are getting a few non-clients to the event itself. So you are essentially getting information from our high-level mastermind in a weekend with the price of admission. So it's a really, to me, it's such a great deal. I'm like, why am I charging? It should be higher. But
I know if it were in my control, you wouldn't get anywhere close to this event for anything less than a 5-figure investment. But the fact that general admission is less than even $1,000 blows my brain. So that's clearly why tickets are selling so fast. I don't know anyone else that's willing to, one, give away this type of information for such a low investment, two, willing to fork out so much for such an epic venue to do it inside of, or three, who's willing to do this quite literally hands-on with people over the course of a weekend. So again, last time I'm going to throw it out there, just drop one in the chat if you'd like to see if this might even be a fit for you.
All right. I see Roma. Hey, yes, let's go. And so this step ladder is something I learned along the way of investing in other masterminds, and really figuring out this was such a big mind-blowing breakthrough for me when it comes to a simple Chrome extension, because of the problem that arises from the solution that your little tiny simple software solves. So GroupConvert lets you collect emails from Facebook groups, but really there's another level to it, as in, okay, I'm not only collecting emails, what am I offering? How do I really pitch an offer? What kind of emails do I send? So the next level is, well, here's an email sequence and group growth course. So when you have an extension, you're no longer struggling on trying to figure out what's your offer value ladder. You're no longer really asking like, what's the next step? Your people will tell you, hey, I got this now. This is the problem that I'm coming up with. What's that next solution? And you can actually take them all the way from a month-to-month relationship with the $10 a month, $17 a month, into a multi-year relationship of saying it is, who do they get to become on this journey as they're stepping into the role of a leader. So here's our next solution. We are able to get you into our year-long collective to really help you collapse time and do this in this manner. So with that said, starting really small and starting simply will enable you to have a gateway drug that will open up so many doors for you. And you can, and just to show you that it is possible, that $10 a month, like Christopher Blakeman is one example, but within our Facebook group, we have this question of, do you have our Chrome extension or not? Do you have our thing or not? A lot of people say yes or no. And the people who say no, they don't have it, within a few messages, they become our customer. So when members are flowing into your Facebook group and you have an item that can be instantly downloaded, installed within a couple minutes, and used, and have that perceived value, like Christopher Blakeman, he's like, yeah, the extension I got worked. It actually worked, and it's from Kim's team. I trust her. It's built such a big factor for you to connect with your audience and your community almost immediately off the bat. So Elnie became a customer right away. We're like, well, here you go. Do you have it? No, I don't. Okay, here. And we know that she doesn't have it because she answered no in the question. So, and then she became a customer right away. She's like, I paid anyways, even though you're like, hey, there's a 14-day free trial. She's like, hey, you can't continue if you don't pay, which is not true. You can't have a 14-day free trial. I think she was just like, how does this work? And then she paid. She became a customer. And so, and we do this time and time again with other extensions, is Hack My Ads. And I want you to understand one thing, that this can happen for you in the span of a couple of days. And just to let you know, one method of research as well as results of this is a real life example of one of my extensions. It's my Instagram extension. It does not have a landing page to this day. We sell it through invoice links, and it doesn't even have any landing page. So what I did was I went online and I searched how to post on Instagram from PC, because I feel like that is a need. I saw that it was searched for 9,000 times a month, 9,000 times a month. So I'm like, okay, this has demand. So I went and I created a job description. I'm like, hey, and look at my job description. It's just one line. Create a Chrome extension that will let you post pictures to Instagram from your PC. One line. I'm like, I'm not going to pay more than $50. So this is even a cheaper extension. And I said, hey, you need to have a Chrome extension as the result, as your resume. And so I sent out 50 invites, 9 people replied, and I hired one person. And I want you to pay attention to the timeline here. The timeline here is they said yes here. One person said, okay, hi, I'm able to do what you want quickly and efficiently. PM me for details. I saw that they had 100% job success, and they're from Serbia. They earn 8,000. It's $50. Deal. I don't even need to talk back and forth. I'm like, hi. And so I want you to see the timeline. This is Thursday, February 14th. I'm able to do what you want quickly and efficiently. I'm like, here you go. Here's the offer, $50. He sent me at 2:29 a.m. I replied at 3:30. Don't ask me what I'm doing at this time in the morning. Valentine's, okay? Like
making money and changing the world, clearly.
It's like Valentine's, 3 a.m. in the morning. And
drop 2 in the chat if you think we need to get Kim some melatonin. She works way too hard for you people. It's insane.
But yeah, so now look at the timeline. Okay, February 14th, bam, the 17th. He gave it back. He's like, here you go. I said, tested it. Thanks for the video. I'm releasing your milestone now. I don't even need to spend my own money off the bat for him to get started because of the platform that I use. So I'm like, okay, I released the milestone. I tested it. It works. Here you go. Here's your $50. So that is February 14th. February 17th, got it back in 3 days. And look at this, February 18th. I start charging for it right away. Granted, it's like $9, but, I'm like, no landing page, no nothing, F it, let's go. And I started charging for it and making money for it. So I want to use this example, and I do this again and again with all of my software to show you that you can have subscribers for your simple software very quickly in the span as little as 3 days. And if you do attend our live event, what's going to happen is I'm going to show you, and I actually poke at you to do this process where a 10-minute Facebook Live of you demoing an extension and an invoice link will lead to thousands of dollars in sales. I perfected this method over the years. This is 2019 here. But now when I go live and I'm launching an extension, we collect at least $2,000 for a 10-minute live video. And we repurpose that video to be on the landing page as a little demo video. But that comes with no landing page, no emails, just like, hello, this is the extension. This is what it does. You can get it. Here's an invoice link. So
oh my gosh.
Just to show you the possibility that within a couple of days, you can go from a non-software CEO owner to software CEO of your own company and be able to reap the benefits of when do you start planting your tree. You can plant your tree 100 years ago if you want, but the best time to plant it is now. And think about a decade from now, how many subscribers you will have underneath your belt, paying for your bills, paying for anything. You don't have to create a GoFundMe account if something bad happens. You are supported by thousands of people paying you every single month for the rest of hopefully your life. So this is the freedom that I want to teach you in a workshop format at this live event. And yeah, that's my presentation right there.
Oh my gosh. This is this is so mind-blowing to me to see it in real time, because I think a few misconceptions that people have when it comes to considering getting their own software built is Like, one, it's going to take me a lot of time, and it's going to take me learning how to code. And both of those clearly were disproven today. Kim didn't code this. It took her 3 days to launch, and not just launch, but start getting paid, reoccurring revenue over and over and over and over again. And two, I don't know if this is as much of a misconception for most, but it was for me. I figured, a Chrome extension, I mean, maybe price points of 10, 15 bucks a month tops. But one of your students, Kim, actually created a phenomenal Chrome extension that basically turns Facebook Messenger into a CRM, automates outreach, and a few other things that are really helpful for business owners. And I thought, wow, this is solving a big problem that I actually deal with on a regular basis. And so I asked him, hey, is there an affiliate program? He said, absolutely, 50-50 split. So I figured, why not? Let's just do a quick live video. Mind you, this is about 1.5 years ago. Okay, one video that I did still pays me a few $100s a month, reoccurring. And I was just an affiliate that brought in a couple people. He has a multi-7-figure business only from this one income vertical. Yeah. Because there's people like me that are 100% willing to share a solution with my audience if it helps me out. So consider how impactful it could be to not just get something like this set up, but also to not stop at direct to consumer, but to find partners, which is not that tough to do if you're solving a problem, that are willing to spread your message, your vision, your business, and then ultimately your reoccurring monthly revenue like a wildfire. It's pretty freaking cool. Now, two, this event. I know a lot of people are watching and they're like, you know what? I've heard the spiel before. I don't want to go to a 3-day seminar, sit there, get my head full and my pocketbook drained. I want to bust that real quick. I would not have partnered with Kim to help facilitate and support clients at this event if it was anything like that, because I can't stand seminars. Instead of leaving with a head full and a low pocketbook, it's going to be the opposite. You're going to leave with a book full of paying customers, provided you actually show up and do what Kim says. But I want to give you two options, really, because there's only two pathways that I can see you going from here. Either one, you come to the event and you join us in creating a brand new stream of recurring revenue for your business on the spot. Or two, you stay home and you become one of the paying subscribers on the new Chrome extension that I'm probably going to launch at this event. It's sell or be sold, baby. Which side do you want to be on? The one that's paying or the one that's getting paid? I know that I am the kind of person that cares about my family and wants to build a legacy. So I will be there 100%. And I believe there's at least one of you out there watching that resonates and wants to come spend some time with us and add a whole new income vertical to your business. That Kim, let me ask you this. For GroupConvert, how much time do you spend on a monthly basis making sure that that keeps paying you? Are you working like 40, 50 hours a week, making sure that that keeps working?
No, actually, I have an amazing team. So I'm really almost completely hands off at this point of GroupConvert, because and this is what I help my clients do. We built out a whole help desk support. We have questions and answers. So on a week-to-week basis, I don't think I spend less than 30 minutes. Just like, there's really no maintenance, because we're not adding a bunch of features where it's just the same thing. We did add one feature that was very powerful, which is the ability to send a message after you come in. It will act as you in Messenger, and it will send a message that says, welcome to my group. How's your stay? Here's a freebie I promise you, blah, blah, blah. And you can have different templates for all the groups that you're a part of. So that was a very powerful feature we added. Other than that, for 6 months after I launched GroupConvert, nothing. And then a year later, really, whatever Facebook updates, which Facebook started updating more frequently, our developer was like, oh, that's going to be like $100 to fix. And for us, we're like, $100 to keep thousands of subscribers happy. Okay, here cool. So yeah, we very little. Most of my time spent now is acquiring. I'm acquiring software as well as planning for this event, and then making sure our clients are happy, and then doing podcast interviews and traveling. I was just in Vegas in the past weekend with my friends from the digital marketing world, and we got like table service. And I don't know, one of our friends, his name is JR Rivas. He took a stack that's like $1,000 $1 bill out to play with, and he put it on his table like this. It's so funny. And so yeah, it's just friends enjoying each other's time, and I was able to say, okay, I want to fly back on Tuesday, and that's what I did. So the really important thing that I want to share is that the path from nothing, no subscribers, to getting subscribers is as little as 3 days if you allow it. If you are open-minded to it, it's as little as 3 days. Or it can be as little as a month of your life. But when you think about being your whole life, you live as a consumer. You consume Netflix, you pay Netflix a certain amount a month, you pay Amazon Prime, you pay all these other companies. This is a chance for you in a weekend to turn that table around and feel what it feels like to be on the other side of that coin. And Franco, our mutual friend, he says when he comes into a room, he's like, he doesn't go, oh, please buy my stuff, please. It's no longer from that standpoint, from a standpoint of they owe me now. Like everyone here, they have such an amazing tool that once they just witness it, they will owe me, and they will feel like they're so grateful that I entered, their life kind of style. So you're not wading through life trying to prove yourself anymore. You walk into a room and you know that even the exposure of people to your software will solve so many problems for them that they're going to be so grateful they met you. So that's also something else that I want to mention.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I'm obviously in a position where, I've built a small degree of success for myself, and I spend a good deal of time looking at investments, calculating returns, and seeing how I can now make money work for me. Well, if you look at the traditional real estate investor, let's say you find a property that it's going to take 30 grand to get into, right? Because you understand the power of leverage and you want to use OPM. So you're going to take out leverage to control that property. So you're going to put 30 grand down. Okay. Let's say that property cash flows $500 a month because you've done your due diligence and you're profitable. So you're covering the mortgage, and now you've got $500 a month, free and clear, passive revenue for as long as you choose to have that property on the market. 30 grand out, $500 a month. It's going to take you years still to actually be 100% profitable via that cash flow on that initial investment. But what Kim just showed you today, and I want to make sure this really sinks in, is for less than a couple $100, she was profitable with reoccurring cash flow within a week.
1 week. Yep.
A week, not years, and not dealing with trash tenants and toilets and property insurance and HOA fees and all of the maintenance and repair costs that go into managing investment properties. She essentially put the plot down. She put a stake in the ground in the online space, and now has monthly rent coming in from thousands and thousands and thousands of people that don't just pay her handsomely, that allow her to live a life of freedom, travel, go wherever she wants, whenever she wants, rock climb, just like have fun, but also now pay the bills and puts food on the table for her team. So she doesn't just have a great life now, but she's able to facilitate and provide opportunity for others to have a great life. Get this, without stressing herself out to be able to start from zero and get profitable again each month, because it just comes in. She manages a machine. That's it. And she teaches people on a regular basis how to do this every single day. But I guarantee, and I hope you're okay with me sharing this, the investment to work private coaching with her is a lot more than it is to come to this live event. And while it is 100% profitable based on the testimonial that you saw today, not from my mouth, not from her mouth, but from one of her many happy clients, it's 100% worth it to go through her coaching programs. Why not just shortcut the process, come to this event and have the hands-on in-person support to be able to get your idea into fruition, profitable and sustainable before you even leave the mansion in Vegas? From where I sit, there's really only one choice. So if you want to explore whether or not this opportunity might be a fit, if you're qualified, if we could actually help you do what we've promised today, drop one in the chat and we'll have a friendly conversation, see if it might be a fit. No hard sells, because we only want people there that are hungry and ready and willing to put in a little bit of work on the front end to reap huge rewards in the long term. But whether that's you or not, we're open to the conversation. We just want to see people winning.
All right, cool. Yay. All right. Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on to kind of reverse interview you, Kim. I know it's not how you normally do things, but this has been fun and I can't wait for the event and to see you and everyone else there. It's going to be tight.
Yay. Thank you, Grant. And guys, we only have a couple tickets left, so make sure that you do open up a conversation. We are kind of selective in who comes because it is a smaller event. So make sure that you open up a conversation with the team, and I'm excited to meet you live. All right.
Cool. I'll see you there.
Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.